Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Lines TV. Welcome to another 5 talking points video after our 1-0 win against Bournemouth last night. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about KOVACIC, I'm going to be talking about RUBEN, Ross Barkley, Emerson, and our upcoming games against Tottenham. So if you guys like this video, smash that like button, help me get more than 500 likes for today's video, and press the bell notification button as well to stay tuned to all things Blue Lines TV. But anyway, getting straight into the first point, I need to talk about RUBEN now. Yes, I know that everyone thinks that I'm such a fanboy. I can't help it. I like the player. I've watched his development over the years during the youth team, and I always knew that this guy had the ability. He had what it takes to become a first team player for Chelsea, and honestly, I'm so proud that he's finally getting that opportunity to show what he's about and what a talent he is. Now, I was making the point in yesterday's match review that he kind of reminded me of Iniesta. Now, I'm not even saying in terms of the sense that they're the same player, but they've got similarities in the sense that Iniesta was someone that could play out wide and could play in the middle and could play as a number 10. And I think that's exactly what RUBEN can provide. Now, against Bournemouth, we saw on the right, the left and in the middle, he was very seamless and he was still providing that effective quality from every position he played in. RUBEN said it himself, "I see myself as a midfielder, that's where I want to be as I take my career forwards. Right now, I'm happy to play anywhere and give it my best. I think I'm effective coming from deep or getting it higher up and making combinations and getting shots off. And that's exactly where I feel he plays best, and that's in the middle." Now, one thing I keep getting asked recently is whether RUBEN could play up front, and RUBEN said it himself. He's much better attacking from deeper. Playing up front implies that you're playing with your back to goal, and I don't want RUBEN to touch the ball less. We've already seen what it's like for RUBEN to play up front under Conte, and the guy really struggled, and he only looked decent whenever he was able to collect the ball from deep and carry it forwards. So no, RUBEN definitely can't play up front. But anyway, I was speaking to my friend and he kept making the distinction that RUBEN reminds him of Ruud Gullit when he was younger. Now, it was no surprise by last season Gullit kept praising Loftus, especially after his performance against Man City. Now, I've never seen Ruud Gullit play, so I can't really give any thoughts and opinions, but it is very high praise to give RUBEN. And when you see the player now, he's got this new sense of confidence in his own abilities, and I feel like this is why we never saw the real RUBEN during the times over the past few years where he has got those opportunities to play. And it makes a lot of sense, you know, constantly playing out of position, not getting enough game time. When he is playing, he's getting about 15 minutes every month, not getting that opportunity to build off from previous games. But honestly, since he went to Palace last season, that was the loan spell this guy has needed for such a long time. And it makes you wonder, RUBEN's nearly 23 years old. You look at other guys like Mason Mount, already at 19, he's got 2 seasons worth of football under his belt. RUBEN's never had that. RUBEN's only played a season's worth of football and he's much older than Mason Mount. And it gets you thinking, if this guy had the opportunity of getting these loan spells earlier, if he had the opportunity for managers and coaches to give him more game time playing for us, where would RUBEN be right now if this guy had another 100 games on top of his career? It is really crazy to think about. We're seeing this guy's natural ability, we're seeing him grow, we're seeing that confidence in this game. That loan spell last year made him realise, you know what, I'm not a pretender, I am a real player, I am a top player, I can reach the very top heights, and that's something that we're seeing. My question for you guys in the comment section below is, do you think that RUBEN should be the first choice number 8 playing for us right now? Now, moving on to the second talking point, that's in regards to Ross Barkley. Now, I can imagine that so many of you guys are rolling your eyes already, but I feel like this is a worthwhile talking point. Now, we saw KOVACIC play yesterday, and I'm going to speak about this guy right after Ross, and we've seen what RUBEN has been providing to the team, and you can use their performances as a comparison against Ross Barkley, and you have to ask yourself, do we even need the guy anymore? Does Ross provide anything close to what RUBEN and Kova provides? I don't think so, and I feel like a lot of you guys feel the same way as well. He really does not impact games from that offensive point of view. Now, yes, he has improved slightly. He's not losing the ball easily, his passes are much quicker now, but still, everything's safe. How many times does he provide that forward pass or that vertical pass? How many times does he run and beat a man? Now yes, he is taking more long shots, and as I said, he has improved slowly, but compare that to RUBEN. RUBEN's improved astronomically over this period of time, and Ross is still moving at that snail's pace. Now yes, I have said that he is better playing down that right hand side, and he would be a great backup option to Kante. And when you compare the abilities of RUBEN and Kova, Ross just isn't anywhere near them. Now in my opinion, I feel like we should sell. He's a young English talent who commands a lot of money. I feel like we could reinvest the fee for Barkley in other positions that need strengthening. But in the comment section below, let me know, do you think that we should keep Ross? Or do you think that after this season, we should sell him and look to reinvest that money back in the team? Now moving on to the third talking point, I need to talk about Emerson. We all feel the same way. Sarri has to start using this guy right now. I feel like, and I've always felt like, he is the better option at left back compared to Alonso. And yesterday against Bournemouth was his first big test against a pretty decent team. And I thought that he was very solid, and it was that type of performance where if you're a coach, if you're a manager, you're paying attention and you're thinking, okay, this guy is slowly improving. It seems like if he gets more game time, his development could accelerate even more. And I think it's about time now that Sarri takes the plunge. Now, you can see how he provides that quality down the left-hand side. Pace. Pace is a massive thing, I'm sorry. You look at every top team's left-backs, all their left-backs and full-backs have pace. And this is why Emerson is constantly able to provide the outlet out wides. We know he's very skillful on the ball as well. He can beat a man, and he gets in much tighter to opposition wingers, and the guy gets back quicker compared to Marcos Alonso. And this is exactly why we weren't seeing Christensen constantly pushing out wides to help support Emerson. And if you wanted to see just what Emerson's offering, look at Hazard's reaction yesterday. Now yes, I'm sure that Emerson's a popular figure behind the scenes. I'm sure that the players want him to do well because, you know, we've got a very amazing team spirit with us. But I'm kind of feeling like there was more to those celebrations from Hazard, because Emerson played a very good part in helping create the chance for that goal against Bournemouth. And it's the type of areas that Alonso sometimes gets into and doesn't provide anything from them. And it's clear now, we've seen Emerson for a few games, our attacking players look a lot more fluid. Our play down the left looks more faster and fluid when Emerson is playing. Sorry, come on. You're doing everything right now. The final piece is making Emerson the first team left back. And honestly, I think it's going to improve our play even more down the left hand side and improve Hazard and guys like RUBEN even more. Moving on to the final 2 points, I need to talk about Kova's performance yesterday. It was a standout performance. Now, of course, I've told you guys already, but it's looking like we're not going to be signing KOVACIC at the end of the season. Still, anything can still happen. It happens time and time again. Remember, anytime I give reports or insight behind the scenes as to what I'm hearing, it's always relative closer to the day the video is released. I'm only saying this because sometimes I feel like people mistake me for like a fortune teller. I'm not here to tell you what's going to happen 5 months from now. I'm just letting you guys know what I'm hearing currently. But again, you know, this point links in with the earlier point on Ross Barkley. And should KOVACIC be sold in the first place? Now, my thing's always been that, you know, if Kova does get sold, we should be signing a better player than him. But if it means that Ross Barkley is going to stay and Kova doesn't stay, then it makes absolutely no sense to me. RUBEN and Kova are the perfect partners for each other. And I think that if Ross Barkley wasn't in the picture, it only means that both these guys would get more game time. Again, I know some people might be thinking, Nini, support the team, support the players. It's not fair to stick it on Ross Barkley. You've got an agenda, but honestly, we have to be realistic and we have to be brutally honest. These two players are just better than Ross. Kova showed yesterday with his impressive moments of individual brilliance, you know, the way he's able to beat a press and skip past people, his ability to work hard for the team as well, and those link-up play combinations further down the field. Hopefully, we do see more of this from Kova. Now, I feel he's been quietly good, not in particular very standout, but he does his job very well. He still provides those key moments of play when we need them, but you want to see a tiny bit more, you want to see a bit more expression, and we saw that from KOVACIC yesterday. And I feel we're good with just RUBEN and Kova. And anyway, to end on the final talking point for today's video, that's in regards to our upcoming draw against Tottenham in the semi-final. Now, again, Tottenham, Very impressive win over Arsenal. They beat us very thoroughly. It was a very convincing win for them. But I feel like when we play them again in January, it's not going to be the same story. Now, why do I say that? I feel like recently we are getting a bit better against teams that use that mid block, and we're getting better against teams that park the bus as well. Now, look at the game against Man City. If you guys want to get the full tactical debriefing on that game, make sure you watch the videos. But we countered Man City perfectly, playing Sarri ball. And I'm constantly saying what Sarri ball is. I'm going to say it again. Sarri ball basically is keeping the ball in our own half, waiting for the opposition team to come onto us, beating their press, playing through them with quick vertical passes to create chances through on goal. And that's exactly how we scored the first goal against them. And I feel this is the exact system and tactic we can use against Tottenham, because I've always felt that Tottenham are very good defensively as a unit, but if you can isolate their individual players, you can get through them. And I feel one way in which we can do this is using the strikerless front three, because there's no way you're going to allow Hazard to play up front by himself and not do anything to stop him. Having that alone can stop the Spurs players from pushing up as high, it can force them back more, and it's going to force them to be even more wary when it comes to pressing high. This is what we can do to beat Tottenham in the upcoming games in January. We showed this against Man City. As I said, it was a very convincing win once we got the first goal, and once we moved to the second half, we actually just controlled the game against Man City and we beat them from a tactical point of view. And I'm eagerly anticipating our upcoming games against Tottenham. But anyway, you guys, that's going to be the end for today's 5 talking points video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Line CV. Signing out.